Hey you guys, it's Britt tonight. We're here to discuss some recent conversations that I've been seeing happening surrounding the not so resilient Jenkins. There have been a couple of content creators that I come across that are choosing to step back and stop covering them. There are people in my comments saying, oh, you just shouldn't cover them anymore, just, let it go kind of thing. And I want to have a conversation about that and kind of where my content is going to head from here on out. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so the one content creator over on TikTok that kind of sparked a little bit of motivation for me to make this video, I will include her video and kind of her opinions and her stance and why she has made the choice that's best for her channel over on TikTok with covering Steph and Drew and all of the nonsense. I will drop that in for context. I have seen over the last several weeks an influx of comments around kind of like in the same ballpark of let it go, ignore it, they're not going to do better, your opinion is not going to change anything, time to hang it up, like comments that were worded differently but kind of deliver the same message of like just stop talking about them. And I've really taken some time and sat on this and thought about it and really, I wanted to digest other opinions, comments on my own channel before I delivered this video. And the reason that I take such an issue with people saying, just shut up about it, don't make any more videos, let it fall apart, whatever. I take issue with that because that's basically saying, hey, these people are showing a bit of parenting to children. They've also exhibited a bit of cats, but time has, I guess the time has come where you just need to stop talking about it. I am not going to allow abusive, neglectful parents post content publicly and look the other way. Look the other direction. Oh, it's been so many months, it's been so many days, so I'm just going to look the other way because so-and-so said I should do that. That is not how I run my channel. While I can appreciate and respect what other content creators do for their channels, I am not going to just come across this and be quiet and allow it to continue to get worse. Because if there's one thing that is for certain, in my opinion, it's that Steph watches and listens to all of the criticism that is sent her way through content creators' videos. She listens to it, she is bothered by it, and if all of those videos just went away, what is that telling her? That's telling her, oh, you know what? They finally got bored of me and my parenting, so we can just continue on. These are two parents that have CPS showing up on their homeless shelter doorstep because they have shown to be abusive people through public content. And in my opinion, that is never going to be something that I am going to be aware of while simultaneously ignoring it because someone thought that it should be ignored. Now, as I've always done historically on my channel, I will always acknowledge or address when there's been, a couple of videos back to back or somebody's being covered more heavily because there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to go over, and I choose what to cover based on what y'all are interested in, and also while trying to manage my full-time job, my life outside YouTube, editing, posting. I'm a one-man show here. I don't have an editor. I don't have people that are, doing research for me, and I work full-time, and I have a whole life outside YouTube that I don't share on social media. I am always going to cover things as I can, as I think it should be done, as I am gathering y'all are interested in it. I'm going to create the content. I will also cover other things, but I am not going to consume, especially abuse parenting, and choose to look the other way. And I also recognize that some creators might have come to this decision because they literally made like 97% of their videos about stuff and really petty stuff that in the grand scheme of things is, silly. When you create 97% of your content around that person and then you're called out for it, yes, maybe you might come to the decision that it's time to hang it up. And that's all good and well. Other people can make the decision that is best for them. I will make the decision that is best for me. And I'm always willing to reevaluate and reconsider as time goes on. But as of right now, I will continue to cover them while simultaneously covering other nonsense, gossip, whatever. And that's what y'all are here for. And you can watch what you want to watch and you can ignore what you want to ignore. But that is what I have decided to do.
I have talked about the Resilient Jenkins story since it broke in October of last year. And my most recent video that I had made on them, I said, I think I'm going to have to just pull back and stop talking about it. And I actually do stand by that. I don't think I can keep following the train wreck anymore. But I want to make this statement before exiting this ship, this sinking ship. A lot of people say like, okay, you speak nothing but the truth. And I'm going to do that again. All right. And this time it's not necessarily at Stephanie or the situation. Obviously, we've all heard that Drew is cheating because Stephanie herself has admitted it. There's a lot of speculation that he has gotten someone pregnant. Maybe true, maybe not. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. But what I'm noticing is those who have been following this story, there has been a huge shift in the way that people are or are not supporting this family at this point. And something that I feel like I have to say is I think a lot of people have lost the plot. They've lost the true reason why I thought most of us were even speaking on this, and it's on behalf of these children. I think many people are forgetting that children are at the baseline of this. And while it is interesting to try to follow this adult's story, when I speak on that, I always make sure to be like, I don't give a fuck about Stephanie and Drew. Honest to God, it does not matter. And it's not surprising. Literally nothing surprising. If he's cheating, okay, duh. If they're doing substances, okay, yeah. They're spending money on grass, like they've admitted, and they are spending money on PS5 controllers over their kids? Yeah. Nothing about these two are surprising. Do I think that the rage bait is on purpose a lot of the times? I do. But something I have noticed recently is people being like, oh my gosh, like I hope Drew is doing X, Y, and Z because I think it would be super funny. Funny? That's really fucking sad, dude. Like, that is so sad. So we're sitting here talking and defending. That's what you're claiming. You're defending these children. And then you're like, it would be super funny if he got another woman pregnant who then had to have this child in this world fatherless because he doesn't step up for the children that he does have. And it would be funny because you don't like Stephanie. And like, I don't really care for Stephanie at all either. And I'm going to be honest, there was a while there where I was like just super hopeful that something would change and actually happen. And yeah, maybe naive, maybe just like I said, holding out hope. I have hope no longer. It is gone. It is out of here. Somebody was like, oh, please tag me when she finally leaves. And somebody was like, yeah, we should probably not count on that. That's where I'm at. We're not counting on any of it. Stephanie herself has said, like, why are people so surprised that a woman would want to stay with someone who's doing this to them when children are involved? And, you know, we know what to expect. At least we know what's happening behind our backs. And I'm just like, oh my God, there's never fixing it. There's no fixing it. But anyway, going back to the people who've kind of, like I said, followed this story, it is becoming alarming. You're either seeing one side where they're like, come on guys, like hold out a little bit of empathy for Stephanie. Fuck no. That is never gonna gonna be me. I'm not holding out any type of sympathy for Stephanie before I hold out sympathy for those fucking kids. And at the end of the day, as a mother, it is your job to do what you need to do, and you're not doing it. Bottom line, point blank, period. That's how I feel. They're saying like, oh, like she's in a lot of distress, and no, she's listening to what the fuck you guys are saying, which is like, oh, she's postpartum and she's going through a lot. And then what does she do? She uses exactly that tagline in her next few videos to get the sympathy. We got to be smarter than Stephanie Jenkins, okay? But we got the other side of people who are like, I just want to see it crash and burn because it's super funny and it's super like entertaining. And I'm going to be the one to tell you that's fucking weird. It's weird. And I myself am going to admit that I think following this story for so long, it crosses a barrier where it's like, oh, we're just following a story. And then you become like really invested. And I, again, myself have noticed that I've become too invested in hoping and praying that something positive would actually happen for these children. And that is why I feel like I need to take a step back. I'm not saying I won't ever speak on it again, but it is heavy. And it's sad, and nothing about what's going on right now is something that I want to entertain. I just want better for those kids. And sadly, after many, many, many months of it not happening and actually it getting worse, I don't really have much left to say that I haven't said already.
So the Resilient Jenkins got back together, and let's be honest, we all seen that coming. And I'm gonna be so honest, I'm not about to keeping up with this family anymore. I don't want to do updates on them, and I don't want y'all messaging me or commenting on my videos about them. I don't like this community. I don't like what people are doing to them. It's happened to me as well, and I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's right, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm sick and tired of it. What I want to do is go back to my normal content. And I mean, I've been doing my normal content, but I want to do more of it. And I don't want to be part of a community that is giving a platform to people who don't deserve it. I have been feeling like this for a while now. And I know a lot of y'all come to me because you want updates on them. So if you want to be here and you want to see my mom content, then stay here. And if you don't, then you are more than welcome to leave.
A few moments later.
Oh, we gotta talk about this Drew side piece page. I think it is this creator who is on here as Mama D. This is also the same creator that befriended somebody from my state who was friends with my sister and sent them to my grandma's house. Let's talk about Stephanie's daughter's hair, where she has the bald spot.
Those are my thoughts. That's kind of what's been on my mind as of lately. I had quite a day. Usually a long weekend is super relaxing, but at the same time, when you come back, you have to also kind of like catch up on that day that was a holiday. So my day was long and busy, but that's it for tonight. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.